And just like that, I'm back again with another sizzling hot episode. Welcome to a space and a platform where we talk about everything to do with leadership, with growth and self-development. My name is Nono Telekaba, and it is a privilege and an honor for me to be hosting you. I hope that you are learning a thing or two in this journey. I hope that you are growing. I hope that this information is helping you. We are intentional about making sure that we live the life that we're destined for. We are intentional in putting in the work in order for us to live the dream and also to inspire those who will come after us. And today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, financial literacy. I love talking about the importance of us learning how to manage money well, because if we're going to be wealthy, if we're going to be people who are purpose driven, if we're going to make an impact in this world, we cannot ignore the importance of managing money well. Before we get started, let me remind you, I am on social media. I am available on X. My handle is @nono_cele. I'm also available on Instagram @thegreatnonocele. I'm also a big fan of TikTok. Please make sure that you follow me there. I always post as much content as possible @thegreatnonocele. Now, before we get started, I want to share a video I actually posted earlier this year about money. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. You seem ready. Let's get it. And when money comes to you this time around, you won't be stingy, wasteful, or scared that it won't come back again. Your relationship with money has improved and you are wiser in your decision making. You will spend money and enjoy it with those you love. You will also have the mind to invest and also know how to save. You will understand that money loves to be around you and abundance is your portion. You will no longer use languaging that chases money away, because you know that divine loves for you to flourish. To get us started, one of the first and the most important things we need to understand about money is, what is our relationship with money? When we think of money, what are some of the first things or first words that pop into mind? That understanding is vital in how we manage money, because if the first thing that we think about when we think of money is lack, we're going to have a lot of problems. If anxiety is the first thing or first feeling that comes to mind when we think about money, then our relationship with money is going to be filled with anxiety. So the first and primary thing that we need to deal with when we're talking about money is our relationship with money. Most of us don't realize that we actually have a relationship with money, whether it's a good relationship or a bad relationship. Now, there are a few factors that can influence or affect your relationship with money, whether it was how you were raised or the relationship that your parents had with money or what you were taught about money. But at the end of the day, you have a relationship with money, and you need to know where you stand where money is concerned. What does your relationship with money look like? And that is something that we cannot and must not ignore, because that affects whether we live in lack or in wealth. Now that we understand our relationship with money, the next step is for us to understand the importance of our energy where money is concerned. When we approach money, we cannot approach it with desperation. We cannot approach money with the feeling of insecurity. We need to understand that we were created for abundance. We were created for riches. We were created for wealth. We need to work on ourselves so that we understand that we are not trying to chase money. Money is attracted to us. Money is trying to locate us. Good things are happening for us. That's a very important step, because money is all about energy. Money will come to you if you believe that you are deserving, if you believe that you live in abundance, you are not living in a state of lack. The first two things on the list are critical because they have to do with the internal work that we have to put in to make sure that we have a good relationship with money. That's where most of the magic happens, internally. So if we align our energy, if we make sure that we have a good relationship with money, magic begins to happen. The next step is, how do we best use our money? Most of us can have money and not know how to multiply or maximize it. This is why the third step is critical. Money is not just for spending. There are so many things we can do with money. We can invest money, we can save money, we can gift people with money. We can also use money to buy ourselves time. So it's very important for you to understand what it is you are trying to achieve in your life. What is your purpose? What is your plan? What is your grand idea? It's important for you to know this vision so that you are able to use money effectively. What does the end goal look like for you? You know, it could be a big house and a few cars. You could be dreaming of running a business. What is your vision? The minute you have a grand plan, a vision, it is easy to work out how to make your money work for you, how to make money serve you in order for you to live your dream. One of the most important lessons my father ever taught me about money is that money needs to work for me. So it's very important early on for us to learn that we need to put money to work. I know most of us come from situations where a lot of people are relying on us financially. But within all of that, it's very important for us to prioritize our financial well-being if we are going to be able to break generational curses and change the trajectory of our families. We need to make sure that financial wellness is something that is high on our list. Put money to work. Find ways, find ideas, find concepts that will allow you to put money to work while you are still working on your dream. For me, this could be something as simple as my business, the goat merchandise. This is one of the ways I've made sure that I'm putting money to work. So I've invested in my business while I am working at my job, but I'm making sure that there's another stream of income. I'm putting my money to work. It needs to work for me and not the other way around. So what ideas, what opportunities are right before you that you can already apply yourself to? What opportunities are there for you to maximize? And this next step is very important for me personally. Enjoy money. I think a lot of us fall into the trap of becoming so serious about financial well-being that we don't allow ourselves to enjoy our money. We work so hard that it is absolutely critical that we set time aside, we allocate finances to make sure that we are enjoying our money, whether you like traveling or buying clothes or I don't know, whatever your treat is. Make sure that you allocate funds for you to enjoy your life, enjoy your money, because you work hard for it. Also, enjoying money, enjoying life helps you to be a richer person. You are richer in terms of memories, you are richer in terms of joy. Your tank is full emotionally, and that on its own inspires you, encourages you to work even more or work harder. Allow yourself to enjoy life, and this will fill your tank, and this will propel you forward, and it will enable you to come up with even more ideas, and it will allow you to be much more creative. Go ahead, spend, splurge, enjoy your money. The other thing that's very important when it comes to your financial well-being is having financial goals. I know at the beginning of each year, we usually have New Year's resolutions and all these great ideas and things that we want to see happen in our lives, but too often we neglect our finances. I always make sure that I have a financial goal in my list, whether it's paying off my car, paying off my cell phone, paying off credit card debt, but I always make sure that I include financial goals in my list of things for each year. This helps me to keep motivated and keep inspired. And any time where I make extra income, I make sure that that money goes towards the goal that I've already set in motion. Having goals also helps you to keep your word to yourself. So this is a very important step. Make sure that you write down your goals, and they are always and constantly in front of you in order for you to be able to meet those goals. This is a game changer. This is one of those things when I learned and discovered in my life, absolutely changed my life forever. Get closer. This is about to get serious. Have an emergency fund. Do not even think twice. Have an emergency fund. When something unexpected happens in your life, you need to be able to tap into your emergency fund. You can't afford to be going to your credit card each time an emergency happens. That is reckless. Have an emergency fund and make sure that this emergency fund is not easily accessible to you, where you are just spending it anyhow. Be disciplined, because this will save you and spare you tears of sorrow. Be disciplined with your emergency fund. And if you use some of it along the way, please make sure that you put that money back. Having an emergency fund is like going through life with an umbrella. When it rains, you are safe. Last but not least for today, something that's also very important to me is to learn to be a good saver. Not everything that is in your hand is to be eaten. So this is where your discernment comes in. You need to know what is the most important thing for you in this season. Whatever money lands in your hands, you need to be able to make clear decisions about what that money needs to do. Is this money here for me to invest? Is this money here to enable me to buy? Is this money here in order for me to save it so that I gain interest from it? The decision obviously has to be made by you, but just be wise in making those decisions, because too often the temptation is to spend whatever is in our hand. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me for yet another epic episode. And thank you to everyone who has sent me messages just suggesting some of the topics that I should be talking about. I really appreciate all of that communication. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I really appreciate the encouragement as well. It keeps me inspired. It keeps me going. So thank you so much, guys. Please remember, let's follow each other on social media. I am on X at nono_cele. I am available on TikTok, and just because I want to spoil you, I want to share with you one of the videos that I've actually made on TikTok about wealth and the life that I wish for you. And when it comes to the work of your hands, may you not just find a job, but may you fulfill the purpose for which you were created. May you excel, may you stand out, may you be exceptional, may you do the things that only you can do, the way only you can do them. May you leave a signature in this world that you have been here through your work, through the way that you carry yourself, through the way and the attitude with which you do what you do. All right, guys, it's now time for me to sign out. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the love. I wish you the best things in life. Nono, signing out. Goodbye.